Let me just go ahead and say this before somebody else try to do it. In Star Wars, Rey would have been a perfect character. She would have been accepted by the fandom if y'all would have made Rey a Kenobi. Real shit. And they say, oh yeah, well in the early drafts or in the early script she was one. I don't give a fuck what you say she was. The final product was her being a fake Skywalker and a Palpatine. And that's some bullshit. You know, that was never going to be accepted by the fans. The true OG diehard fans was never going to accept that. But if she was a Kenobi, that shit would have worked. And don't say, well, when would Obi-Wan have had the chance to have sex and have a baby? Are you serious? They send this motherfucker to so many different planets, Kashyyyk and all these other places. Don't ask me to name them because y'all got some weird fucking names for the planets in Star Wars. And you know what Mustafar is my favorite, but it's so many places they get sent to on missions and shit for the council, and they always suggest General Kenobi because they never fucking trusted Anakin's ass to send him nowhere. Realistically, if they didn't really have to. Now the Clone Wars was an exception. They needed every Jedi they could get. But yeah, y'all should have just made her a Kenobi. Should have made her a Kenobi. It would have been accepted. It would have made sense to why she's so close and attached to the Skywalkers if she was trained by Obi-Wan. And all you had to do is have Obi-Wan come back as a fucking Force ghost, like y'all do that all the time with every fucking Jedi that dies, and train her in the ways of the Force. Could have been talking to her telepathically and shit, and training her how to really use her powers and shit, how to use her skills, and none of that Mary Poppins bullshit where she just learns shit off the fly. Like, oh, no. That ain't how that go. That ain't how that goes. See, because that was the biggest slap in the face for the fans, that things that took Luke Skywalker forever to learn, this bitch just learns it, like instantaneously. Like, oh, hell no. Hell no. Especially when Luke, y'all ruined his character, Rian Johnson, where he didn't even want to train her ass. Well, I'll tell you a few little Jedi tips and shit and let you look at a few old ancient Jedi books and call it a day. He wasn't really, into it like that. Trainer, he like, I don't want to do none of that Jedi shit no more. So, y'all just fucked that up, man. And J.J. Abrams, he's in there too. It ain't just Rian Johnson. It's like people try to be sympathetic to J.J. Like, well, he had to clean up the mess. That was Rian Johnson, and he tried to go from there. That was the problem, that he tried to go from there when Rian Johnson had already fucked up Luke. You should have just did your own movie separate from any of the Rian Johnson shit. Like, this is a standalone film. People do that all the time, but it is a Star Wars film. There was a way to do that, so JJ will fuck up too. And he tried to clean his fuck ups up, talking about, oh, well, the movie was supposed to be way longer, but when we got into the editing process, they had to cut it short and blah, 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 blah. You let him fuck your project up then, nigga. Give somebody else the reins now, because you didn't fuck that up. Give it to Snyder, because he do some dope-ass MCU shit. I like it whenever the Snyder cut be better than all of that. Rather it be Superman or Justice League. Man, the Snyder cut be the shit. Get that shit to him. So, at the end of the day, Rey could have been saved. She could have been fixed. And for my fan fiction, I'm fixing a lot of shit. I'm going to fix the motherfucking 8th season of Game of Thrones, which was horrible. I'm going to fix a lot of shit I don't like in Boruto. I'm going to just write my own versions of shit everybody in the scene and see if they fuck with my version more than the bullshit that they got. Let's see where that goes.